Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome. It is I, troopersjp, and thank you for joining me as I play through the Sundial Games' 2026 quest calendar, The Souls of Saraku, which is a 365-day solo RPG where I play a villain. At least this year, I play a villain. Shade Murdstone, the Shadow Elf Bone Caller, who is trying to avenge the death of the evil overlord, or more likely, just take the evil overlord's power for himself. But I am a villain after all, so where I'm at is that I've escaped, I escaped the destruction of the evil overlord, and I went on a small journey where I tried to get the aid of the Venom King. That did not work out because I guess I'm just not powerful enough for him. I will have to kill him later. Anyhow, and I've now come back to the ruins of the Dark Citadel where I got some stuff, got some info, and now I'm hanging out in this goblin camp, like basically the refugees, those who have, um, the survivors, right, of the aftermath of that great battle. And I have gained the allyship of two goblin minions, and now I'm going to find out what else happens on this day, which is March the 10th, Tuesday, 2026, also known as Truce Day, Frostmelt 10. And so we begin. Before I start reading anything else out, I notice that there is a little bit of a pickpocket symbol, so I might be able to pick up a little bit more gold, and I will say I don't mind if I do. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, three more gold pieces, which is fine by me, and I'm going to add it to our app. So let's see. This should bring me up from 32 gold to 35 gold. Don't mind if I do. And so, you hear a commotion from the middle of camp. Jeers and cries of pain erupt from the direction of the campfire. When you go to investigate, I find 3 enemy soldiers bound and gagged, being tortured by a band of goblins with heated spears and daggers. Decide what to do with the soldiers. Okay, well, that is a tricky thing indeed. Let me see. I have got 4 choices. I can just kill them myself, attack roll. I can encourage their torture, which is a charisma check. I can use them as slaves, which is strength with intimidating, or I can release them. Okay, so let me think. I'll try to think in character. So it is I, Shade Murdstone, and I see these goblins torturing these 3 dwarves. What do I do? Let us start at the obvious thing. I'm not going to release them. That's silly. Why would I release my enemies off into the night? I could release them to perhaps tell of my rise, but I don't particularly want the heroes of the light to know what I'm up to, not this early before I'm yet prepared. So no, I will not release them. Using them as slaves, I think that will just, if I'm known as a slave, that will cause my enemies to never surrender. It's a perverse incentive, and I feel as if that may not be what I need at the moment. Yes, so let me see. Perhaps I will not use them as slaves. Encouraging their torture, that just seems unnecessary. There's no need to play with your food. So I imagine what I should just do is, kill them myself. Yes, I'm going to make an attack roll. It's D20 plus my attack. Let us see. What? I roll a 2. That's terrible. Well, I know that a 2 is perhaps the worst thing I could find, but it just so happens that I do have the ghostly echo strike, where once per page I may re-roll an attack roll and to take the new result. Yes. So, as these dwarves begin, as I come upon these goblins who are torturing these three dwarves, I say, my next roll, by the way, is a base of a 13, plus my attack, which is a 4, so this will be a 17. So I step up, and I say, "You, goblins, I am Shade Murdstone, who will be your leader, and I have not authorized the torture of these dwarves. Have you gotten any good intelligence from them?" "Oh, no, we've not got any intelligence. We've just been tortured." "You fools! Why, indeed, would you torture anyone if for no reason? Now you're just being wasteful." And with that, I pull out my serrated blade and stick, 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 quicker than you can imagine. I cut them down, killing them quickly, painlessly. Or as it says, I step up to the soldiers and leer down in disgust at these survivors. They should have died honorably in battle when they had the chance. And as I roll more than 13, I deal a death blow to each of the soldiers. Afterwards, I loot their bodies as the henchmen cheer. I say, now that is how you do things. Efficient, swift. Any questions? And with that, I am going to gain 3 gold, which is cool. I like to gain gold. I'm into it. That brings my gold count from 35 to 38. And I also gain 1 notoriety, bringing my notoriety from 7 to 8. I gain 3 gold and 1 notoriety for my cruelty. And that is actually the end of today's day. Well, that was a bit of a that was interesting. I wonder what would have happened. See, I'm not reading what happens if I pick the other choices, so I don't know if those other choices are good or bad or what they are, but those are the choices that I made. Also, I just feel like Shade probably just likes to kill people because he is a necromancer. He can bring them back later. Yeah. But also, I think this is what I'm thinking. I feel like a necromancer probably does not want to torture people too much because that ruins the bodies and you need them when you bring them back from the dead. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, that's me. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for hanging out. And I think you should find me tomorrow when we play more The Souls of Saraku. Bye, everyone.